I think you're
When
right.
Kyle returned from federal prison, that was a pretty big one.
That was
And he told all the stories of how, like, Kyle used his social engineering skills to get through federal prison for 2 months unharmed. And, he just, made a friend with a big guy, started working out with him and stuff, and how he had navigated like the cafeteria and the bathrooms and the rules. And it was a strong episode, I thought.
That must have been fucking fascinating.
Oh, it was so fascinating because, like,
that was 2019.
I'm like an alien. This is an alien world to me. I have no concept of it, but everyone here is like used to shit like this. This isn't their first day. And it was so bizarre. Just learning like when like that you better wash your hands even if you don't piss. If you go in the bathroom, make sure you wash your hands before you come out. Like I almost got in trouble because of that. Someone said something like to somebody that somebody told my friend, like, hey, get him in line. He came out of the bathroom but didn't wash his hands. I didn't do anything in there. I just went like looked in the mirror and like maybe like washed my face or something. They were like, he's like, oh, I heard you didn't wash your hands when you came out of the bathroom. And I'm like, from who? What the fuck are you talking about?
There's not a lot to talk about in here.
Is personal hygiene a big deal in that?
Huge. So there are some guys who won't wash either because they don't have like personal hygiene outside or because they're really depressed on the inside, and they're just like giving up on like taking care of themselves at the slightest. That will be an ass beating. Like if that continues on for too long, they will stomp you out for being a dirty fucker. Like, because we all live and share this kitchen, this microwave, these toilets, these sinks. Like, this is our personal shit. And especially if it's your cellmate, like if you've got a dirty cellmate, like that's another thing that like you'd get beat up, I'm sure. Like you get plenty of warnings. They're not looking to get in trouble themselves. But if you're dirty and if you're not respectful of everyone else's community stuff, like remote controls and buttons that we all press, like on the microwave specifically, that was a big one, or the ice machine specifically, that was another big one. Like we're all sharing this stuff and cooking our dinners in this microwave. It better not be dirty. Like everything's very clean, very clean.
The details of it. Kyle bought, I think it was a radio, maybe a special radio that like worked in this prison, and as a way to ingratiate himself to the black people in the prison, he like found the right target. He's like, saw your radio's broken. I get out of here in 2 months. You can have mine when I leave. And now this guy is like, well, this Kyle guy's all right.
He would come check on me. He'd come by my sub like, hey, what's up, boss, man? Looking forward to getting that radio at the end of these 2 months. Hey, listen, you need anything? And I'm very suspicious of that. I'm like, I'd love some more Diet Pepsi. I could only get the 6-pack or 12-pack that I'm allotted. And he's like, Diet Pepsi, I'm on it for you. And sure enough, he hooked me up with some Diet Pepsis. You needed the radio to listen to the TV. Like the TVs didn't like put audio out. You had to tune in to like a specific radio station on this thing. And that was that TV's audio or this TV's audio. They each had a different dial so that, it wouldn't be everyone could watch 4 TVs simultaneously in the same room listening with your headset. So it was a big deal to have a good one.
Yeah, and when Kyle delivered, he was so happy. I can't tell the story like Kyle 10, but he's like, people don't keep their word. You can't. You're different, man. You do what you say you're gonna do, and it was a win for him. And just there's a zillion little like. He used his charisma to make it through prison, and I thought that made for a good episode.
I tried to. Sometimes it would rub the other way. Like I got into a screaming match with a guy over the TV one morning. I'm trying not to get punked out, but I'm clearly going to like give him what he wants. He's like I wanted to watch Everybody Loves Raymond, I think, and it was like 6 a.m. and I'd been up all night. It's a pretty good show if you're in prison. And I've been up all night, I've been and watching this show on reruns, like they do one after another on TBS or whatever it was. And he changes my TV to a different channel, and he's black. He's not supposed to touch the white people TV. And I'm like, I'm watching that. And he's like, we watch the news in the morning. And I'm like, there's every other TV is on a different news channel. You need ABC News that fucking bad? Like, what is it? We watch the news in the morning. And I was like, oh, this is going to escalate. This is going to be an actual confrontation. And I'm like, I click it back to the news. And I'm like, there you go, kind of like a smart ass. And I'm like, that's as much like respect as I can like salvage from this, is being a little bit of a smart aleck when I change it back to him.
Guess what? I'm not happy about it. And then you walk away.
That's all I had. That's all I had. And then I just left the room because it's like, what am I going to do? Fight Parker over the fucking TV? A guy who's been down for 12 years. He runs the laundry. No, Parker gets the white people TV on the news this morning, I guess. They would watch all the morning newscasts because they had hot weather ladies, and everybody's like staring at the weather ladies. It's a big deal. That and VH1 had all those slutty thought shows at the time, like just a bunch of like big booty black chicks getting into arguments and stuff over who knows what. They would always be watching that shit. Anything that had like sexy women on it.
Yeah, I think that might be.
Look, Kyle, let me ask you something. Is there any lesson you took out of that 2 months in that you brought with you out?
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Just
you
the
know,
IBS.
I've never been constipated in my life. The stress was from going in. I didn't shit for weeks, plural. Like I was at the point where I was like, you know, if you don't shit like this week, you got to go tell the nurse because we need like an enema or something. We need some sort of intervention because I'm eating. I was on a diet because I was trying to lose some weight while I was in there, but I was eating. Like I'd eat a meal a day most days, you know, but I didn't shit for, I wish I remembered how many weeks it was. It was at least 2 weeks, maybe 3. It was a long time.
The last time I was supposed to be on this show, I was really sick. It was back in October.
Yeah.
I had like, I ended up on the infectious disease floor for like 6 days in the hospital.
Oh, damn.
But on my way out of that, I didn't shit for 2.5 weeks. And I was giving myself enemas there's a bathroom in my house that my wife still won't use. She still won't go in there. But I was giving myself enemas on the floor. I was drinking like all of the Miralax and nothing. And I asked, and I actually started to go, I was putting my own fingers in my ass, just trying to dig it out.
Yeah. Needed a grandma to do that. They're the best at it.
I knew this was coming. The poop was sideways, right?
Yeah. One time I had a turd come out sideways and it got log jammed back there. And my asshole was stretched out like a ukulele trying to make it through a door gap. And I hollered, "Granny!" And Granny had to come in and, well, she used to be a nurse, you see. Not a real one, but she nursed folks. And she got her old paw up in there and clawed out the log jam. Like that's a true story from
this is the story our other co-host told.
What?
Yeah,
it's a true story.
Gangster grandma fishing the poop out of his butt so that he could feel better.
Yeah. That's a hell of a grandma right there. That like I like to think that my grandma, God rest her soul, would do that sort of thing for me, but I'm not sure she would have. I think she'd have been like, "Kyle, that's awful. You go find somebody that won't be scarred for the rest of their life by clawing out turds from your bottom."
I asked my wife, I'm like, "Can you help me with this enema?" She was like, "No. That's not in the vows."
Good for her. Good for her.